This is just a quick intro to the Module 1 test review. So I want to remind everybody that before you can take the Module 1 test or any module test, you need a test ticket signed by me. So make sure you get that in class before you plan to take the test and before the test deadline. So when you do the test, I want to see the steps you do, even if you use a calculator, particularly on an order of operation problem. If it's a word problem, you have to write your answer in a complete sentence. If you're asked to show a check of your answer, that means part of your points comes from that checking your answer, and so you need to do that. I'd recommend doing the checks even if it's not required, but if it says show a check, that means that checking your answer is part of your points. And the last note here is I don't look at the scratch paper unless you have a note on there telling me to look there. I'd really appreciate it if you try to do the work without using the scratch paper or transfer the work back from the scratch paper onto the test. It takes me a lot of extra time to look at the scratch paper. If I do look at the scratch paper, you need to have it really clear and clearly noted what problem is what, because I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking through there trying to figure out which problem is which. So back to the first thing about that I need to see the steps. Remember, I'm going to try hard to give you partial credit, so if you make a little mistake as you go through, I'm going to give you partial credit for the problem if you did everything from that mistake on correctly. So if you skip steps, you're going to lose points because I won't be able to tell whether you did things from there on correctly. So be really careful about showing your steps and showing all your work. The other last point I want to make is don't use this video review as your only review for the test. This is designed as one tool. We'll do a few example problems, but you need to do way more than that to review on your own. So do the Module 1 review exercises, which are assigned homework anyway, and they can be on one of the quizzes. Review all the homework you've done. Today, in this set of videos, we'll work a problem or two from each section, but you should be working a lot more than that to review. And then, of course, reread the textbook, especially looking at the worked out example problems in each section. So that's just some general pointers for taking the Module 1 test and reviewing the Module 1 test.